Hello, and welcome to the Contrary Landlord. Like and subscribe. Today we're going to start your search to buy a residence or a rental. This, I think, should be a long, drawn out process. It depends on the individual, but there are three ways to find a location where you want to buy a house or a rental. First of all, is you already live there and you've been there for a while, and you are interested in staying. You've got a job. You've got a place that you're renting, and you've decided that this is where you want to be. Or you can look around and choose a place to live, which means that you need to choose places long distance and then make a special trip to these places to check them out and to decide on a place that you would like to live for long term. Or you, and most people end up taking this route, is that you get a job somewhere and you have to move. So you move there, and I would suggest what you do is not to buy immediately. Some people do. Some people arrive in town, they got a new job, and then they look for a house as part of the starting the new job and starting a new place to live. I don't think that's a good thing. I would recommend that you would rent for a while. Rent for 6 months, rent for a year, rent for 2 years. Depends on how long it takes for you to feel comfortable, to know where you want to be in the area that you're working or wanting to move to. And then you start your research. Start by scouting. Start by driving around the area and talking to everyone. Everyone should be talked to. Business people, people that live in there, people you meet on the street, people you get to know and become friends with, and find out where they live, find out where they like in the town. Are they happy where they live? Is there better parts of town? Find out what the crime rate is. Find out what the rough sections of town. That's all by talking to people. And in this process, you narrow down the neighborhood or neighborhoods that you would like to live in. The next step is to check out your local laws and the politics in the neighborhood or the area or the town, the city that you live in, and the state. Politics include state government too, because they affect uh, property, real estate laws. And go to local meetings and read articles in the newspaper about what is going on in the local politics. This should give you kind of an idea of how open they are to outsiders. It also gives you an idea how they treat uh, property laws and property taxes. That's good to know, and it's very helpful to make a decision. So then by this time, you probably developed some kind of a criteria. You've got a checklist of things that you're looking for, that you have found. It's all a process, and you can change what's on your checklist. But it's a good thing to have. Go down through it. You're looking for a residence, and then you check things out. Drive the neighborhoods. Say, I like this neighborhood or that neighborhood. Same thing with rentals. Check out where you feel that is a good neighborhood as far as the housing is kept. And if there is neighborhoods that have high occupancy rates for rentals, you would like to find that out. And any special opportunities that you might find where you're looking. Things should be on your checklist is how quiet is the neighborhood, how close to your employment if you're buying a residence, or how close it is to employment if you are thinking that maybe your clientele for your rental is working at a local factory or working in a mall area, a shopping area. How close are they to good schools for your own children and possibly for your rentals if they have children and you rent to children? Are there things to do in the area? All these things are criteria for if you're buying a house or if you're buying a rental. There also could be special opportunities that you're looking into. First of all, are you working from home? Is there certain criteria that you need? You need to have access to the internet. You want a quiet neighborhood. It's also possible that you are looking for a place to have a business. Do you want a small shop? Do you want a restaurant? If you're doing something with a special opportunity, you're looking for something that is more commercial. By this time, you probably should be focused on exactly what you want and look for special opportunities. You might run across a commercial building that has apartments up above a store space, and you might want to look at that and say, I could convert the ground floor to, say, an Airbnb. Be open to anything. But by the time you get to the actual search and finding a actual physical property, you need to have a very good outline and a very good idea of what you want. The next step is to look at advertisements. And in your local area, it could be anything. It could be a newspaper in the classifieds. It could be Craigslist. It could be small publications that come out on a weekly basis or a monthly basis that have all sorts of things for sale. And part of that is real estate. You need to find that out. Also, a good resource, and probably the best resource you can find, is on the internet. Zillow, Trillion, what else is Realtor.com. All these places have property for sale, and they have links to the real estate agents that are selling it or to the private sellers. That is a really, really good research to use, and I think most people do it. I think most people don't go looking for a realtor to go out there and find things for him. Pretty much anything you're looking for in the area that you're looking for is on the internet, and you can access it and kind of take it from there. Set up showings and viewings, and or maybe the first thing you can do is to go to the location of the property you're interested in and just kind of check it out, see how it looks from the outside, look what the neighborhood looks like, look to see what the neighbors are. Sometimes you can tell by what the houses next door, how they are, how if they're kept up, what and maybe even go and talk to some of the neighbors to see kind of what the area is like and what the house is like. It can be very enlightening. Can't think of anything else right now that would help in the process, but by the time you are physically looking at houses, you should have a very good idea, and also be flexible enough that if you run into something that is a special opportunity or changes your mind, you look at something, you were just dying to have a deck on the back of the house, and you find the right house and it doesn't have a deck, or you find out that maybe decks don't last very long in the climate of the location that you're looking at, you can change your mind. So, happy hunting.